All right. Today we're going to learn if you're allowed to do Kiddush or Havdalla on beverages that not wine, that the bracha is shehakol, whiskey, a beer, soda, tea, coffee, orange juice. Could you do any on them Kiddush or Havdalla? So this halacha is spread out in many simonim in Shulchan Aruch, Resh Ayin Beis, Resh Tzadik Vav, Resh Peites, some of it Resh Ayin Aleph. In many ways, I'm going to make a summary from the main shittas. That's what's the most popular shit that most people follow. Now, so we're going to divide this to 4 sections. There is 4 different levels of where we could do Kiddush or Havdalla. There's 4 of them. Leil, Shabbos, v'Yom Tov. It's one level. That's the most chomer one. I'm starting from the chomer, going more to the kal, to the easiest one. You have Leil, Shabbos, v'Yom Tov. And then you have less chomer than Shabbos. It's Havdalla of Motzei Shabbos Kiddush v'Yom Tov. Then even less chomer than that, more easier halachically. That's Kiddush of day Kiddush of Shabbos v'Yom Tov. And then even easier than that, the 4th one is Koshel Bracha, what we do after bench, after Birkas Hamazon. Some places they do Koshel Bracha. It's not so popular our days to make a bench with a kois, but still some places, especially if there's basara or big sudas, they do it. So that's the easiest of all 4. So it's like this. Like I said, that's generally you might find another shita, but most of poskim, most major poskim, that's how they're poskim. Friday night and Leil Yom Tov, the kiddush is more severe than all the other kiddushim. It should be done only on wine. In case there is bichlal, by the way, all of them, all this heterim to make it on other what they call Chamar Medina, other juices or beverages, only if you have no wine. If you have wine, wine is always the best. Not only mitzad halacha, it's mitzad halacha, it's the best. Also, there's a lot of sgulas the Chazal told us when you do Kiddush v'Havdalla with the wine or bench. It's a big bracha, comes especially, that's all the sgulas says on wine, not on other beverages. So whenever you have wine, always do on wine first. Then you could do your l'chaims and other things and other beverages and drinking. But if you have wine, like I said, all of them should be done only on the wine. We're talking about when you have no choice, it's not the wine is not available. So Friday night, like I said, and the Leil Yom Tov, you cannot make, according to 99% of the poskim, you cannot make a kiddush even on Chamar Medina, even a popular beverage in the country. So what you do then? The old maskim, then you do on the bread, on the challah. You could make, if you have no wine, you could make your kiddush on the challah. So you're going to wash for a moitzi, and before you say a moitzi, you're going to make kiddush, and instead of saying by the kiddush, you're going to say a moitzi lachem and oretz, but not beverage. That's Friday night and Leil Yom Tov. I know some people in some communities, they on Leil Simchas Torah, they make kiddush on an alcoholic beverage. Halachically, it's mamash wrong. They should not do that. Like I said, they could make it on a wine. Later on, they could drink their mashka. Okay, now we're going to Havdalla. Havdalla, Motzei Shabbos. Only if there is wine is not available, you could do it on Chamar Medina. And here's the loshon of the Shulchan Aruch in Reish Tzadik Vav. En mavdilim ala pas. By Kiddush of the night, or Kiddush of the day, if you have nothing else, you could do Kiddush on the bread, because it's the Mokim Su'uda. You're going to the Su'uda, you have no wine, you're going to make it. Havdalla, there's no Su'uda, there's no Chiyuv Su'uda immediately with Havdalla. Havdalla, it's independent from the Su'uda of Malama Malka even, it's independent. Mimel en mavdilim alapas. Aval ala sheikhar mavdilim, you could do Havdalla on the sheikhar, imu Chamar Medina, you could do Havdalla on a sheikhar, an alcoholic beverage, or other popular beverages. We're going to talk about that. What other popular beverages where you could do or you cannot do, but water or not. Water, no. In that water goes not only just water, any sweet water. Let's say there is orange juice, apple juice, soda, Coca-Cola, all this cold water, sweetened water. That's how the halacha looks at them. I'm going to soon read it to you inside. That's called the gather water. That you cannot do. So you cannot do, the first question was today, if you could do make a water, shakal, whiskey, beer, soda, tea, coffee. So one thing goes out for sure not. Orange juice, Pepsi, cola, apple juice, all these sweet waters, it's called water. Water is not. Oh. Right, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. It's not called Chamar Medina. I'm gonna read it inside soon. You cannot make on them. Oh, so when you have no choice, you have no wine, we're gonna see what's the best, which one the best out of whatever we mentioned. You should take in a minute. But so Havdalla again, we're ruling out pas. You cannot make Havdalla on the bread. You're gonna make it on a Chamar Medina. Then he says like this, the Ramah. V'toiv yoyser lahavdil al kois pogum shel yayin me'al shecher. Abu Draham brings this from. Meaning like this, b'derkal we don't make kiddush on kois pogum. Pogum could mean not a full cup of wine. It's let's say 3/4, a shiur, but not full. Or somebody drank from it. By Havdalla, if you no other wine, just kois pogum, you have better to make Havdalla. The Ramah says on kois pogum, but not make it on Shecher Medina. Again, that's only if you have no choice. Mamash no wine, you could do it. Now he's like this: the only time he brings a heter that would do lechatchila, if even we have wine, we do lechatchila on a Chamar Medina. The Ramah says v'no'agul lahavdil b'motzei Pesach al Shecher v'lo al yayin, even though you have it. Why? Mishum the chaviv olav. The whole Pesach, let's say, whatever the beverage we use in this country, it's let's say beer, let's say, yeah, it's chometz. So the whole Pesach we never that you want, it's chaviv to you. You want it. That's why Motzei Pesach. Some people have a minhag to make Havdalla on Chamar Medina, but the post can bring only if you do Havdalla on something you used to the whole year and you missed it. 8 days of Pesach, you didn't have it. Okay, go ahead, do Havdalla. But if it's something you're not doing it regularly, as far as I know, a lot of people we're gonna talk about the beer now. Beer, maybe in America it's popular, but among people that make Kiddush or Havdalla, from people, I don't think beer is popular by them. I don't think so. Again, as far as I know, I'm not a big mumcha in beers, but in a frum world, the one who should make Kiddush or Havdalla, in their world, beer, I don't think it's a popular drink. Yeah, some people might have it once in a while. So if somebody don't drink the beer a whole year and comes and would say, Pesach and say, oh, the Ramah says you could make a Havdalla on a beer. Yeah, and if you miss it, if you got used to it, if you don't miss it, you're not used to it, then you should make Havdalla on a wine. The halacha go back to make a wine.
What about milk? What about milk?
Oh, we're going to talk about now. Milk, tea, all this we're going to talk about. Okay. Now, we are holding now only by the second one. Again, we said Friday night and Leil Yom Tov, wine only. Again, if you have no choice, you're going to make it on the challah, on the bread. Havdalla, you could make on a Chamar Medina if you don't have wine. Even though according to some lechatchila, you could do it on Chamar, but lemaise only if you have like I said, the major poskim say only if you have no wine, no access to wine. You could do on Chamar. We're going to talk soon what's the Chamar Medina. And the third one, easier than both of them. That will be Shabbos or Yom Tov during the day. The Taz brings the Lashon over there that they are less chiyuv of a Kiddush over there than the night. The Meila over there, you could do it if you want on a bread, on a Chamar Medina, Mashke Medina. However, the Rosh brings, it's better to do it b'dafka if you don't have a wine, not on a bread, like the night. Dafka, do it on a shecher, on some kind of
like spirits.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it again. We're going to come with what's called Chamar Medina, something Chamar Medina, popular drink. We're going to call it right now popular drink. The reason for it because it should be a heker. You're going to wash anyway for a moitzi now. You're going to wash for a moitzi anyway. So where's the kiddush? There's no whole nusach like by night. We have a whole kiddush mekadesh Shabbos. During the day, we just have psukim, which is not ma'akim. None of the psukim. You could just have savri moron and a gofen. And if you're going to say savri moron, a moitzi lechim in the oretz, nobody. Where is your kiddush today? You didn't make kiddush. That's why better over there to make on a popular beverage shahakol kiddush shahakol. And then wash for a moitzi. Okay, so that's easier than Havdalla.
I don't understand.
So,
the day Kiddush is not that important.
Right, not as the night. Yes, that's the
The
halacha.
blessing
Now,
of Kiddush in the day, only the blessing at night.
yeah. Now, the The fourth one, the easiest of all of them, it's kosher bracha. Again, if you have no wine, and over there, even think we're not going to do Havdalla with, even think we're not going to make Kiddush during the day with, Shabbos with Yom Tov, you could do it b'Shas Adchak when you don't have the reason for it. It doesn't involve any bracha levatala. What you're saying, kushel bracha? After the bench, you're saying boire priagof and say boire shakel. Okay, if it was not a kosher for kushel bracha, so you said shakel. You had a coffee, good gesundheit. By havdala lamashal, if I cannot make havdala on a coffee, if not, the bracha of Mavdal and Kodesh L'chol of Havdalla, bracha levatala. You cannot make havdala on a coffee. We're going to talk about now. Now we're going to this. Okay, so since we're
same issue.
Huh?
Same thing. Kiddush day. There's no bracha.
No, by Havdalla you have a bracha.
But Kiddush day, big Kiddush.
Oh, you're right. That's why we make it. I said Kiddush day.
Same as kosher bracha.
Yeah, very good. Kiddush day we could. Yeah, if you don't have, there's levels. If you don't have alcoholic beverage or popular, you could make on a coffee if you want.
The difference is more of a chiyuv.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. There's no. It's a bracha. You're right. Okay, now. Again, there's more details. I'm trying to makatzer. I'm making more the popular shittas. Now, the legabe what's called Chamar Medina. By the way, it's a big problem. People that are very easy on that. They take a whiskey, they take this. It's not just a poshut. Chamar Medina means a popular beverage. And choshuv. Obviously, whiskey, vodka, those things are choshuv. However, there's a problem with them. Since the Mekadesh have to drink at least maloi lugmov by the Kiddush, at least maloi lugmov, something by Havdalla. By most people, unless you're a big alcoholic, by most people, you can a malol lugma. It's a roiv revis. That's the average person. It's roiv revis meaning if we say revis, it's 3 ounces. Especially if you go to the biggest shurim of Chazanish, it's up to 5 ounces. So malol lugma would be either 1.6 or 2.6, depends on which shir. Most people cannot handle in one shot to drink so much. Memele, that's be a problem. You need to drink maloi lugumov. Memele, that's it's a problem over there to make such alga. So what?
People who make kiddush and mashke drink malay lugma.
Okay, if you could do it, then it's less of a problem. Very good. Now,
tea and coffee.
Oh, now I'm going into this now. What's called Chamar Medina? So that's what I'm going to read from briefly from Mishnah Berurah or Shulchan and Rav Moshe. Here's what he says over here. Ma'u Chamar Medina. U'mal shokos avodim l'shar mashkin. Hainu. Mashkin shirigilim l'shtoisa. What we used to. Again, if somebody going to say Chamar Medina over here is, like I said, beer in America, which is its beer. By going, beer is very popular. Like I said, as far as I know, by Eden, it's a cheap drink. It's not choshev drink. It's people not used to it. So he says, Aval mashkin shirigilin bepesach kmo mei likerich. Yeah, and Chamar Medina. Only Pesach you drink this. Kevan shenagil ishtosa kol hashono hu adin kol kayotza b'zeh. Va'afilu mei dvash. You have water. Dvash might be with honey, or could be for that sake sugar. He says, Lo ya'aver Chamar Medina. Ela b'Medina shirgilim l'shtoison, unless they're used to it then. Okay. Aval mokem shen shoisen oisad leproki, in place that they once in a while somebody drink, it's not called. La'aver Chamar Medina. V'goram is sheikha. That's even worse, because sheikha has some chashivos to it.
So how would soda be different than Meidavash if people in America drink it?
What?
Soda. He said Meidavash is Chamar Medina if it's a country.
Oh, very good. We're going to get it. I'm going to talk about it. Very good. So you're saying the soda is like Meidavash. It's a sugary drink and it's very popular. Okay.
Med.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to go back to it in a minute. Valyain sorov. That means alcoholic beverage. And kedai lahavdil. And that's what I told you before. I'm going to skip it because you cannot have malol lugumov. That's why he doesn't recommend that. Okay. The valcholov v'shemen. Somebody asked about the milk. He says, "En lahavdil." That's the lotion of the Mishnah Berurah. We're going to see that the Aruch HaShulchan and Rav Moshe, they say if you have no other choice, you could do that. People don't drink milk. I tell you what, I think they all mean cholov over here. I think they mean a coffee with milk. Because I don't know, people. It's people used to. Maybe in that time, they used to have some people drink just a full cup of milk.
Coffee's harder to get than the milk. Cow, if you have a cow, you have milk. You don't have
Oh,
coffee.
so you're saying those days? So he says, "Aval cholov v'shemen en la'avdil shen regil l'mashke." It's the people don't drink it as a beverage. Maybe in the morning they drink it to to get their vitamin D or calcium or whatever they get out of it. It says, "Avchutz min hamayim," what the Shulchan Aruch says, you cannot make Havdalla. Avim roiv shtiyas hamadina min hamayim. Everybody drinks water. It's very popular. Mishum deloi choshev. So possible that, and that's what Rav Moshe says. All this mashkos, Pepsi, Schmepsi, and all this stuff, they're not choshev.
Yeah, it's kosher.
It's choshev.
People look forward to the table. We don't serve. People ask
Very
about
good,
it.
very good. Yes, I'll tell you. Here's what they say. The Ramosha definition of what it's called mashke, when people don't drink and when they thirsty.
It's a treat. It's a treat.
Oh, so he says people, when you're thirsty, even when you're not thirsty, people say, let's sit down and by the sudas, by chasana, we have a wine. They don't really thirsty. They do it's a choshum. Yes, and I'll tell you, I put it at a little bit in the previous shiurim. I put it like this: can you say to your friend, "Let's have together beer"? That's possible, right? Or let's have together drink together. Could you say to your friend, "Let's have together Pepsi Cola"? Or let's have together orange juice? Says together, you could drink this yourself. You don't need me as a company for this. So that's, I think, the definition of choshuv when you can invite somebody as a company. Let's have a fabrengen, a lachaim together. You can't say, let's have a lachaim and a Pepsi Cola. It's a cheap beverage. Oh, val kwas hu borscht, muchach, kwas used to be a very, very old adayom, a Russian drink, a sweet drink, he says, muchach mitaz, ve'el yerabba, da b'shesat chaken bevorchen. Even b'shesat chaken, that's not, it's like water. That's how you, again, as we're going to see, they bring the Muslim from the Chaya, he himself brings that, he says, al kwas, you do it, yesh lahar al mashke kwas, v'lo yadati tamos, the Mishnah Berurah, I don't understand the Chaya Odom, why you allow you a kwas? It used to be, again, a Russian drink, a cheap like Pepsi Cola, huh?
Exists right now also.
Right, like Coca-Cola, it's like Coca-Cola, yeah. So he says, "Ulai ma'irek shenaase mashke choshuv ken mashke sheicha." Maybe when they make an alcoholic beverage from the kwas, then it's a different story. Okay. Oh, v'gamzeh, that's the punchline of it. I think that's what changed a lot of the halacha l'maisa. Davka im ikar shtiyas ha'amoin mashke hazeh. If it's a popular drink, if people, it's not popular, you can, like I said, by Frum Oilam, I think to say beer is going to be Chamar Medina. I don't think so. It's not popular in the Frum world.
What is the type of sheikhar?
Sheikhar is alcoholic beverage. Chamar Medina, a popular alcoholic beverage. That's what they drink in this country. Again, I think beer in America, it is popular. Yes, it's very popular beer. They sell a lot of beer by people that drink cheap alcohol and want to get drunk. Whatever reason they. But I think in the frum world, that the world that make Kiddush and Havdalla, I don't think it's a popular beer.
What doesn't matter.
No, the whole idea
Much of a drink.
to you, but if you're not used to it, what he says. But if it's not a mashke that you're used to, it's not choshev to you
Someone's
anymore.
making Kiddush, clearly they're used to it. Why would they have it in their house? Why would they?
No, meaning if you, let's say you couldn't get a hold of you have wine and you say, okay, no, I'm going to go buy a beer for Havdalla.
Does it go individually or goes by what's normal for the country?
I think normal by the people that do
It
Kiddush
doesn't
for
go the other way,
Havdalla.
because I make a drink chashuv, doesn't go just by me, it goes by the country. Same thing here.
Yeah, but I
don't get
think
to
the
choose it.
country over here, meaning people used to it. That's what's. Let me ask you, within the country, we have many cultures. Let's say in America, so many different cultures within America. You have Russian, Mexicans, Japanese. So
As
what
a
I mean?
whole, American culture is used to beer, as a whole.
Okay, anyway, so we could argue this. I believe the way I understand the halacha, if it's not popular among this community that do Kiddush Havdalla, which is I don't think is popular, I don't think they could have. Anyway, okay, again, we could argue this. I hear the argument. So let me tell you. So according to the Mishnah Berurah, it says clear we don't make an milk. Yeah, no. Now it's like this. Then the Aruch Hashem is like this. When you dafilu mayim mesukonim, meaning you sweeten them, you fix them to make it. K'moy seltzer, a seltzer, a soda, or lemonade, the lemonade. That could be orange juice also. He says, "Oh, mayim shnosnu b'dvash latam." That would be Coca-Cola. You put sugar over there, latam, or dvash and other waters, yeah. Or shar min peira, where Rabbi Zaklas, the may peiras. He says, "Mikomokim soif humayim vem amdilim al zeh." Oh, so it's like this. And he says, if you can, there's no choice, you have nothing else, you need to make Havdalla, he says. He says, Mavdilim ala cholov al ti mosek. And that's the svara of Rav Moshe, and he says he doesn't conclude what's better between the two, milk or tea. So he says like this, those two many times people sit down and even they're not thirsty. Again, I think of your cholov in your name, it means coffee with milk. Because I don't see ever, tea says people could sit even they're not thirsty to drink this. I never saw people sitting to drink milk when they're not thirsty. You drink it because you want milk. So Memele, if anything, the milk would go out of the window because here's the lashon of Rav Moshe. Yeah, no.
Are the basic two components shivus?
I already lost the place. Now I'm gonna. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Is the basic parameter of Chamar Medina includes chashivus and popular?
Yes. Choshev and popular. Very good.
So if it's two of them, that would be, I guess, there would be more chance that would be included. So the fact that water is popular, but it's not choshev, is out, right?
Right.
And milk is not choshev to sit and drink, it would be out.
Right.
Something that.
So tea and coffee, like I said, people go sit
It's
down.
both.
People could say, "Let's have a coffee together." In Europe would be tea. So it depends. I believe this. I believe in America, coffee would be more preferable than over tea because in Europe it's more popular, or Asia, tea. That they have we'll have a coffee houses over here. Over there they have tea houses in some places in
And does
Asia.
it go by what's popular by Yidden? Or by
Oh
Goyim?
no! So again, it says Medina. You're right. Like that's his argument.
where the beer comes
That's his argument. It says Medina, but I believe if it's popular by Chinese or by Americans or by anybody, if we don't drink this, it's not our beverage. So the whole idea, it's your beverage.
No,
So
but I thought
after the wine, that comes.
It's about the Medina, I thought.
Again, but the reason there's a Gemara in Psachim talk about Shech. That's where it started. Shecher Medina. The reason I'm explaining the Siva why we switched to Chamar Medina in the place where easier to Havdalla or during the day, because if you have no wine, it's a substitute for it, and this is because you are drinking the use it. But if you don't use it ever, to you, it's like okay. Again, that's my understanding of halacha. You could argue. Lamaisa is like this, like I said, lechatchila you should do always on wine. No choice, then you could use this teirim, some popular. Lamaisa, what's popular to do Havdalla? Lamaisa. Again, I don't think beer is popular. So from all of them, I think it's anything. It's coffee would be, or what else? I don't know. If it's whiskey, the Mogen Avram said that's very hard to drink. If it's choshev and you're not used to it or whatever, so the best thing is wine. If not, I would say next to this, to me, as far as I understand it, coffee is the next. You have to make a take with a little bit of milk to make it be able to. If it's too hot, you can't make it mololugma right away. So take a coffee, because what else will be popular by people? I don't know. Is one beverage popular again among the world that the oilam that makes Kiddush Havdalla? What's other beverages popular? Beer is not popular by them. What's popular? Whiskey, vodka. There's different within the alcohol beverage. There's so many different choices over there. And like the Mogen you can't drink mololugma right away. So I guess if you have nothing else, no choice on Havdalla or Koshel Bracha, you probably could do on coffee. Oh, so you could put more milk. Put